Man. Resume. Okay. Let's go find Bevel. Pig. That's some pig. Good luck on your journey. Good luck on your journey.
So, your father sent you off to Neverwinter. As if everything that's happened tonight isn't enough adventuring for one lifetime.
Yeah, about that, Bevel.
I'm hoping that you'll be back soon enough after you reach the city, but most people who leave West Harbor don't come back.
Wish I could zoom in between these two options. Why don't you come with me, Bevel?
Not that I'm not tempted. Amy certainly would have jumped at the chance.
Yeah, she would
But
have.
we lost a lot of Harbormen to the attack.
R.I.P. Amy, right?
Hopefully your father's right, and there will be no more attacks once the shard is gone. Still, the village will need every sword arm it has. As a member of the militia, my sworn duty is to defend West Harbor. I can't just turn my back on that.
You know, Bevel, that's actually true. You've already sworn a duty to protect the village. You've done that. I'm glad to know the village will be in safe hands, buddy.
I'll do my best to keep the place standing for you when you return. I want to hear about all of your adventures.
He's like Luigi in Paper Mario. Just hanging around the house, checking the mail. Do you have anything you can give me on the journey?
I've got some bandages here, though I hope you won't need to use them.
You've also got some potions that I gave you, buddy.
You can also have my share of the loot that we found. You'll need it more than I do.
Thank you.
Wish I could go with you, but the defense of the village is important too. Not really. There's an inn north of here along the road. It's the only one between here and the edge of the mare, from what I understand. Plenty of lizard folk in the swamp, of course. Just stick to the roads and you'll be fine, though. At least, that's what I've heard.
Okay, thank you. I better be going.
Good luck. And if you run across the one who killed Amy, stick a blade through his heart for me. She deserves at least that.
Big troop. Fellow kids. Scale mail. Beetle gland. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I might as well just take it all and sell it, right?
This is too much to carry.
I think he buys and sells. Just RP walk over
This
to him.
incursion is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years. I had high hopes for Amy. She was a rare find in West Harbor. A shame she failed to heed her first lesson. Always listen to Tarmas. Not that I expect you would understand, but she was the only one capable of holding a coherent conversation with me. Go if you must, but mysteries remain here that need to be answered.
Amy's dead and all you care about is how it inconveniences you? We're not gonna get in the drama. We were just trying to help, dude.
When I had made it clear to stay out of it. I am no doddering scholar in need of your amateurish attempts to help. The girl died a meaningless death. A needless sacrifice only helps your enemy. Learn this lesson, and you may avoid Amy's fate.
That's cold, but true. She didn't have to die. She tried not to die. I had to reload it. She was invincible. You mentioned mysteries.
The swamp has many denizens, most dangerous, and all of them particularly irksome. But these new pests are not native. So it stands to reason they traveled through leagues of swamp trails and this odious smell to get here. Anyone that desperate has to have a good reason, so whatever you're carrying, guard it carefully. Anyone fool enough to go through that much effort to come here won't give up easily. I've already lost Amy to their determination.
He cares. Did Dagon tell you what I was carrying?
Dagon didn't tell me a thing, boy. But right after the attack, you dart off into the swamp, and now you're suddenly leaving. That speaks volumes. It's obvious you fetched something out there, and I'd bet gold that whatever those bladelings were searching for is in your pack at this very moment. But I don't want to know the details. Not to be overly dramatic, but I believe such knowledge could prove dangerous.
Why did you come to West Harbor if you think so little of its people?
Suffice it to say that I find the bustle of city life even less endearing than the mosquitoes here. And here I can work quietly, in exchange for teaching some mud farmer's child a bit of lore every now and again.
There's gotta be more to it than that.
There most certainly is.
I like being a failed diplomat. Years ago, I overheard Georg Redfels say you come here because of the war.
That man says decidedly too much. It's true that part of the reason I came to West Harbor is because of the war that was fought here. You've probably heard it mentioned from time to time. And no doubt you've also heard the same vague accounts I have, assuming you could pry even that from the other villagers.
Oh, how come no one talks about it?
And what would they say? I'm guessing that the harbormen are as much in the dark in this as the Neverwinter archivists are. The battle that was fought here didn't involve heralds and flowery declarations. It involved the wholesale slaughter of two forces, with your village in the middle. The entire village was nearly destroyed, and almost no one who stayed in West Harbor survived the night.
Alright, do you know anything else about the war?
The whole affair
Oh,
is
wrong
quite
button.
mysterious, I'm afraid. Demons were
Oh,
involved,
no, right button.
that much is certain. But, curiously enough, there are no clear answers to who fought whom and why. I think part of it is the remoteness of the location, yes? There were few battles in the war, and all of them were fought in the Mare of Dead Men. An evil wizard was behind the whole thing. There were very few Neverwinter troops that actually saw any action, and none of them survived.
Yeah, there's always an evil wizard, right? Very well.
This incursion is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years. Help with the journey, you say? Advice. Advice is what I can give. Use that skull of yours for more than a shield. Amy obviously failed to learn this lesson. The fool girl. As functional as the famous harborman thick-headedness is, it still won't prove much help against, let's say, a lizardling sword or javelin.
It actually helped pretty well.
Words of wisdom aren't enough, yes? If any of you had a lick of sense, you'd live in a decent part of the realms. How you all got used to the smell is beyond me.
You just said you liked living here, dude. You don't even like the city. Alright, I was trying to sell some shit. Villager Retta Georg. Let's go talk to them. Fat rolling all over the place. Trying to get rid of this Retta. Can you? Is there anything you do to help me on my journey? I'm afraid I have nothing to give. Those creatures pillaged our house thoroughly.
So, Dagon is sending you to Neverwinter, eh? I can't say I approve. If it were a militia matter, I wouldn't send you alone. But I don't have any right to tell him how to raise his child. Can you at least tell me why you're going? Your father wouldn't tell me a thing.
Well, what do you want to know?
I lead
Oh,
the
why do you
militia,
wanna know?
so I look after people. That includes you. So, why are you leaving?
I trust Georg. I'm taking what the invaders were looking for away from here.
You know what they were looking for?
Yeah.
They tore apart half the houses in town. What is it?
A shiny nickel.
Obviously, those beasts didn't come all that way for a chunk of silver. There must be more to it than that.
It's possible. I'm taking it to Neverwinter to find out more.
That does sound important. More important than staying here. It won't be easy reaching Neverwinter. I've traveled that way once or twice. It's a dangerous journey, especially for one traveling alone. You might want to ask around the village. If you're going to leave, some folks might be able to offer some help.
Yeah, I tried. They're being sticklers. Can you give me anything, dude?
You may not have trained under me, but I've always enjoyed your company. And you acquitted yourself well with the village defense. Here, take this shield. It's always served me well. And even if you don't use it, you can sell it for some gold that might do you some good.
Thank you. Very well. What'd you give me out? Just a light shield, or is that +1? +1. Alright, so I don't know how this works. Base armor class +1. +1 AC bonus. Armor check penalty. -1 armor check penalty. I'm guessing that's from your dex. So if I have a +2 dex, then my dex will only add +1 due to the shield. This is a heavy shield. Worse on the dex. Same armor class because of the +1. Alright, so we got base +2. Base +1. And then an additional +1. I think. Yeah, armor class bonus. So this is better for what we need it for. Ooh, it's tiny. Cool. All right. It's got to be a vendor. Let's go talk to Brother Mary. West Harbor is safe for now, and in part due to your efforts. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. I wish I could have saved her. She's dead. We have to move on. Thank you. It's no one's fault. Full blame lies with the mage that led the attack. A shame Tarmas wasn't able to send him into the abyss. Yeah, maybe he came from the abyss, dude. Dagon mentioned you were headed for Neverwinter. It's a bad time to be traveling. Galen the merchant told us about his journey, and unless his tales were taller than usual, your road to Neverwinter won't be an easy one. I will pray for your safety. The mare of dead men is fast becoming more dangerous. Let's just get into this stuff, because I don't think we ever come back to the Shire, so to speak. Have you learned anything about the attack on the village? I'm afraid you know about as much about the attacks, and every hour gives no new truths. The Dwager? Durgar? I want to say Dwager. The Dwager. The Dwager and Bladelings came here for a reason, though, and I fear this is far from over. What's making the swamp more dangerous, anyway? As the farmers here are fond of reminding me, I'm new to this town, but in my years of living here, I've noticed that even the swamp has its seasons. And now it's entering a weary winter. Every morning I greet the dawn, and Lathander's blessings are becoming more distant. The swamp's danger is more than just lizardlings and bandits. Something else is stirring in its depths. So maybe we do come back here. Why do you keep trying to teach the Harbormen about Lathander? You know what? I'm going to skip that one because I'm a cleric, so of course I understand why. He's proselytizing. What do you know about my father? Your father, foster father, you mean? You're leaving us, and I've kept my own counsel on this for years, but you have asked. Interesting that he specified foster father, because, you know, usually you don't do that to a person. And I'm wondering if that's going to come to bite us in the butt later. We don't know who our real dad is. Could be Darth Vader, we don't know. Or, you know, the Darth Vader equivalent. Dagon keeps to himself, and I think it's reprehensible how he treats you. It's not reprehensible, he's just cold, dude. I sense his soul was gravely wounded many years ago. Exactly, yeah. Wounds like that heal slowly, if at all. I'm sorry you weren't raised in a home where you were treated more as a family, rather than a painful reminder. So maybe he loved my mother. Could have a Snape complex. I mean, you know, Dagon gave me a lot of freedom and let me make my own decisions, honestly. He was a good dad. I sincerely hope his plan was to build your character and not simple neglect. One day, I hope he breaks out of his state. All right. Armchair psychologist. If anyone is in need of this morning Lord's light, it is he. But he spurns me, of course. I have said perhaps too much on this subject. Okay. Anything you can do to help me on the journey, dude? Yes, there is. Over the years, we've talked many times about Lathander and his teachings. I confess I had hopes that one day you might be persuaded to take the vows and become a Dawnbringer like myself. But your path leads elsewhere. Take this, Valen. It's a keepsake I intend for my disciple. Oh, it's a keepsake I intended for my disciple. I think it's only fitting that it goes to you. What'd he give me? A ring. Want to heal me up? We gotta find Galen. Orlin. No, let's find Galen first. I don't want to slow walk all the way, but... Louis Johns. Just gonna RP walk our way to victory. Oh, there's some people over there. God, Galen's got to be right around here somewhere, right? They would put the merchant close by. Oh well. Maybe he died in the battle. I don't see him. Alright. We're gonna drop some stuff. Drop the great sword. We'll drop the other. We'll drop the long sword. Red light. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of nice. We'll drop the heavy shield. Leave that for Bevel. Still in the yellow. Drop a short bow. Geez, still encumbered. Armor check penalty -4. Dexterity bonus 2. Oh wait. Armor check penalty 5. So base armor class 5. -5 to our dex modifier. We have a +2 modifier, so it's -3. guessing maximum dex bonus is like based off our buffs. So if I buff my dex to 20, I still can't get more than a +2 dex bonus, I'm guessing. Which is fine. 40 pounds though. Ugh. How do I still not have enough weight? Oh, scale mail. Medium armor, 4, 3. So let's put this on. Looks cooler anyway. There we go. No longer encumbered. Alright, let's go.
Have you said your farewells? Take anything you need from our home. Speak with the wizard Thomas as well. He may have a few odds and ends that he'd be willing to part with.
You'd think so, but he's a little stingy right now. I'm ready to go.
To get to Neverwinter, take the road that borders the Starling Farm out of town. It is the only road through the Mare of Deadmen, so following it will be easy. The road itself has not been patrolled for some time, and few travel it. Move quickly, and you may be able to avoid the many beasts of the Mare.
Alright, so I should expect more combat.
I suspect you will see your share of battle before you reach Neverwinter. Stray from the road, and the danger is even greater. I've made it known that you traveled directly for the city, in the hopes that the enemy will pursue you along the high road. Instead, you will head to the small port town of Highcliff once you are clear of the swamp. From there, you will seek passage on a ship to Neverwinter.
Smart, thank you. He's cold, but he cares. Well, he cares about the mission. He only likes me if I'm valuable. I have intrinsic value. Why must I go by boat? No, I know why. We have a high wisdom score. Are you sure there's going to be a ship?
There is a ship named the Double Eagle that will await you in Highcliff. Her captain, Flynn by name, is a trusted friend of mine and will ferry you safely to the city. Your
Wow.
trip to Neverwinter will be quicker by water, and my attempt at misdirection may allow you to reach Highcliff before the enemy becomes aware of your true route. I have nothing more to say. It is time for you to go, my son. Each moment you remain here brings greater risk to the village.
Okay. Bye, Dad. Going out for cigarettes. I'll be back later.